So Gina Carano has once again destroyed cancel culture and Disney Star Wars. Gina Carano has once again proven that the fans of Gina Carano will always win. As well as Gina Carano and the people on the side of Gina Carano, the free thinkers out there will always win. The people against cancel culture will always win when it comes to media companies, because the people on the side of Gina Carano, the people who are against cancel culture, are the people that are actually paying to consume their content. They're the only people who have the ability to boycott these media companies because they're the only people who actually pay to consume their content. The weirdos on Twitter can start all these hashtags all they want, but at the end of the day, money talks at Disney, money talks at all of these media companies, and the people with the money that can make a difference at these companies are the people who are against cancel culture, the people who are on the side of Gina Carano, the people who are free thinkers. The real change in the media companies, the real change in the world isn't going to come from media hashtags, it's going to come from money. And it might be sad for you to hear, but at the end of the day, the only thing these media companies care about is money. They're businesses and they're trying to turn a profit, and they will do anything possible to turn that profit. If that means doing shady stuff with China, they'll do that. If that means making Finn really small in the Force Awakens poster in China, they'll do that. If that means firing Gina Carano, they thought that would make them a lot of money if they fired Gina Carano. They thought they were going to lose money by keeping Gina Carano on, so if it means they'll make money by firing Gina Carano, they'll do that. But now that they realize that they can make more money by bringing Gina Carano back, they're doing that. It's that simple. Whatever is going to make them money, whatever is going to lose them money, they're not going to do that, and whatever is going to make them money, they will do. And it's so obvious that Gina Carano is going to make them so much money by bringing her back into the Disney family, by bringing her back into Star Wars. Gina Carano and Gina Carano fans have proven that time and time again, and this time might be the biggest time that they've ever proved it. This might be the definitive proof to Disney, might be the definitive proof to Lucasfilm that they need Gina Carano back, that if they did bring Gina Carano back, their ratings would go through the roof. Every single project that Gina Carano is in, every single episode of every single TV show that she is ever in, the ratings will be sky high. And I'm not even just talking about Star Wars, I'm talking about anything that she is in. It doesn't have to be Disney related, it could be independent. Gina Carano is a superstar now, and Disney created that superstar by firing her. She has an entire army behind her. No matter what she does, no matter what she chooses to do, she is going to be extremely successful because of her fans, because of the people that she has behind her. And the Bear Grylls episode proved that. It is the proof that Disney needed. It's the proof that Lucasfilm and Star Wars needed to bring Gina Carano back. We already saw that they were kind of flirting with the idea of bringing Gina back with all the stuff that they've been doing recently, but this is the proof that Disney needed, that the majority of people in the world do want Gina Carano back, do support people like Gina Carano. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about today. This article is from GinaCarano.net, and it's talking about the Bear Grylls episode that Gina Carano was in. During this past Monday's evening's premiere of Running Wild with Bear Grylls Season 6, an army of fellow Gina Carano supporters came out to watch the 7th episode, which featured our favorite leading lady. In this episode, we watched Gina tackle the rather treacherous Dolomite mountain range. This appearance marked Gina's first return to television since her public interview with Ben Shapiro that aired on YouTube and the Daily Wire back in February of 2021. But here's where it gets interesting. The episode attracted a net audience of over 530,000 according to Show Buzz Daily. They reported that the episode charted at number 47 of all cable TV shows shown that night. That's pretty crazy for Running Wild with Bear Grylls, a show that I didn't even know was still airing until Gina Carano was fired and that show was canceled. I legit have no interest in Running Wild with Bear Grylls. I didn't even know the show existed, and I'm sure a lot of people thought the same way as me. But because Gina Carano was on the show, it made me realize that the show existed, for one, and I'm sure it let a lot of other people know that the show existed as well. But also, I watched the show because Gina Carano was on it, and I know for a fact that this show doesn't average 530,000 viewers. So it made me and a lot of other people watch the show just because Gina Carano was on it. 530,000 people just because Gina Carano was on the show. Maybe a few Bear Grylls fans here and there, but they didn't even advertise the show. They didn't even push this show because they don't want to push Gina Carano's name out there. They're still kind of feeling out whether or not Gina Carano is a good idea to bring her back. They don't want to fully go against their previous decision of firing her. They don't want to fully go against cancel culture just yet because they have to make sure it's a good idea financially and also in the public opinion to bring Gina Carano back. They don't want to do it all at once, so they didn't advertise this show. They didn't advertise this episode at all. The only people who advertised the show were Gina Carano, Bear Grylls, and Gina Carano supporters. So all of this is really due to Gina Carano fans. There's no other people that are watching these shows other than Gina Carano fans, and there was 530,000 of them. Once again, proving that not only will Gina Carano never lose, but the Gina Carano fans run stuff. The people who support Gina Carano are the people that are consuming this content, and we proved that there are 530,000 people. I promise you that's not normal. I promise you that's not average for the Bear Grylls show. Once again, didn't even know the show existed. That's the proof that Disney needed. That's the proof that Star Wars needed to bring Gina Carano back officially, to bring her back into the Star Wars universe officially as Cara Dune, which they've been kind of phasing her in here and there without officially announcing that she's back. I think she is back at Star Wars already. We got the report a while back from Doomcock, I think a couple weeks ago, that Gina Carano and Star Wars were in talks, and I believe him because a lot of those reports that he were talking about lined up with a lot of things that happened in the coming weeks after that report. So I think Gina Carano probably is in talks to return to Disney, to return to Star Wars right now. And honestly, I think she has the leverage. I think Disney is probably begging her to come back because they know they can make so much money off Gina if she were to come back. Not only did they lose a lot of money by Gina Carano leaving, by Gina Carano being fired by Disney, but they're also missing out on so much potential money by not rehiring her already. They created a superstar by firing Gina. If they were to rehire, they would be rehiring a superstar. And every single episode of Star Wars TV that she is in will have ratings through the roof because Gina Carano attracted an an audience of 530,000 to the Bear Grylls Running Wild episode that I didn't even know existed before Gina Carano's episode got canceled. Imagine if they brought Gina Carano back to a Star Wars project that everyone already knows is happening, that everyone was probably going to watch already. But if Gina Carano was in the episode, every single person that supports Gina Carano, because Gina Carano has a lot of supporters that aren't even Star Wars fans, every single person that supports Gina Carano will watch those episodes just because Gina is in it. Not to mention that it will have the Star Wars name on it, so the ratings will be crazy good. It could save Disney Plus because Disney Plus is struggling right now. If you brought Gina Carano back, you could save Disney Plus because the Falcon and Winter Soldier numbers were way down, the WandaVision numbers were way down as soon as Gina was fired. People unsubbed from Disney Plus, people stopped watching the Disney stuff, and people stopped supporting Disney. If they were to rehire you, bring all of those fans back and probably even gain even more new fans. It would just be such a smart business decision to bring Gina Carano back. You might lose a few fans from the weirdos on Twitter that weren't even paying to consume your content anyway. But like I said, money talks at Disney. Those people on Twitter do not pay to consume your content, and once they figure that out, they'll bring Gina Carano back for sure. Because they're realizing, they're seeing now that 530,000 people showed up to watch this Gina Carano episode. That would not happen if it was the other way around. If the cancel culture people were being counted on to show up to watch an episode, they do it for sport. They cancel people for sport. They don't actually care about any of this stuff. They're not actually trying to make the world a better place. They just want to cancel people for fun. It makes them feel powerful. And it's really easy. All you have to do is start a hashtag on Twitter and someone can lose their job. It didn't stop there. However, the hashtag Gina Gone Wild, created by our very own Ash, started trending in the United States on Twitter and then remained fixed within the top 20 trends for well over 30 hours following the episode's original broadcast. There's talk of bonus footage being aired some point in the future. We will update you once we have more information and when it's confirmed from official sources such as National Geographic. I'm sure they do have bonus footage, and once they saw the numbers for the episode, I'm sure they want to put out as much more content as they can from that episode. They want to attract those fans more and more. They want to get this Gina Carano audience coming back as much as they can, because like I said, they are the paying customers. The people that support Gina Carano are the people that's going to make you money. The people that don't support Gina Carano aren't the people that's going to make you money. They aren't the people that are paying for your content. But we have all this stuff happening with Gina Carano previously, all this stuff that's pointing towards her coming back. You see the Gina Carano toys showing up in Walmart. You saw these same Gina Carano figures being sold in Disney World, in Disney Springs, in Orlando, Florida. They're being sold by Disney-owned stores. That's how you know something is happening. And then we saw the Bear Grylls episode getting uncanceled, announced by Bear Grylls himself. Your Running Wild journey was an incredible one too. It would have been so sad not to get to hear your powerful story of many struggles and many triumphs. Here we go. So there's just so much happening. There's so many current events going on that point toward Gina Carano being rehired, and it's just hard to deny it at this point. But then we also have Gina Carano listed as a supporting actress on the For Your Consideration page for The Mandalorian for the Emmys, and obviously this is created by Disney. Obviously Disney gave the okay to have Gina Carano listed as a supporting actress here, and she's the only supporting actress listed. This is Disney giving us hints. This is Disney feeling out the public perception of Gina Carano coming back without straight up announcing that Gina Carano is back. That's obviously what they're doing, and now that they've seen that people will show up for Gina Carano episodes, now that they've seen that 530,000 people showed up to her Bear Grylls episode, a TV show that not many people care about anymore, a TV show that not many people watch anymore, but people showed up for Gina Carano. That's the proof that they needed to bring Gina Carano back officially. And I don't think we'll ever see an official announcement that Gina Carano's back. I don't think that they'll ever completely swallow their pride and tell us straight up that she's back. But I think we'll keep on getting hints like this. I think we'll keep on seeing her pop up in more and more things around Disney. We'll keep seeing more Gina Carano toys. We'll keep seeing more Gina Carano merchandise until it finally gets leaked that Gina Carano will be in season 3 of The Mandalorian, or maybe even the Book of Boba Fett, or maybe even get her own show in Rangers of the New Republic. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. What do you think about the Gina Carano episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls getting so many viewers, especially in comparison to all the other Running Wild with Bear Grylls episodes? I think it's the proof that Disney needed that they can bring Gina Carano back officially, that they'll make so much money off Gina Carano if they were to bring her back. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description as well. But thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next one.